I've got some other things I want to do. I'm afraid that these fuel lines, this guy, not that guy, this guy down here, and maybe this other one here that goes down my tank, I'm afraid that they might have air leaks in them, because if this truck sits a long time, you gotta crank and crank and crank to make it start. So I think I'm gonna pull those off, take them to town, have some new lines built. One other thing that needs to be changed is this bracket used to sit way down here, and there wasn't room for the jakes and that down there. So I may need to cut a portion of it out of here to move it up on top of those nuts. That's not that big a deal though, just to cut a section out of there and it'll work. It doesn't have a whole lot of play in it, so that's probably what I'll end up doing. Oh, I had an air leak back here. It was just on a brake can line. I put that one in down to there. That turned out good. But this guy here is juicy. So I lost the wheel seal on it. When I first got the truck, there was a wheel seal leaking, I think on here. Might have been on the other side. But I ended up, I didn't have very much money, so I just did the brakes and seals on the front since nothing was leaking back here. But now I'm going to do wheel seals and brakes back here. And there was something else that I needed to do. Oh, drive tires. I got some of them ordered. There's some open shoulder saloons, I think. So just getting new drive tires all the way around. I did brand new steers when I got the truck, and I actually moved the steers back here to some of the worst drives. It looks kind of funny, but it got me by till now, so got a little more wear out of them. But these all have got flat spots in them, so they ride like crap. A couple different things. When you drop the cab back down on one of these, you need to lock the shifter in. See how it's way back here? So you don't want to try to start it like this because it'll be in gear. So you go ahead and push that thing forward, move it back and forth side to side, and it's locked in. So it's ready to go. So I pulled the hubs off the rear. This is the one that was all coated in oil. This one here wasn't in bad shape, but just needed to do both sides here, and everything's done. I've already done the front axle, this axle, new brakes, new seals, about, man, I don't even know if it's 2,000 miles apart. So like I said, I don't put very many miles on, but just gotta do a little at a time while you can. But interestingly enough, the outside nut was loose on here, which was causing that to move back and forth, hence why the seal was out, which is also terrifying because that could have came off and then sent the whole works off into the ditch. Thank God it didn't. It was somebody else that had been in here, not me, so I don't know why it was like that. But anyways, I pulled one of my fuel lines off, one that goes from the heater to the filter housing, and it's the same as the opposite side of the heater on the fittings. So I measured this one, it's 7 feet long. I don't know, this one's probably about 2 feet. I'll drop it off tomorrow, get 2 of those made. Welded that together. It's clamped up there. I need to clamp this other hose up there underneath one of those bolts, and it's done. I went to show my jake brakes to you guys, depending on which video this is, and this switch isn't working. And I had tapped on that housing when I put this in, trying to bring it together there, and I had broke that switch and super glued it back together. Well, now I can't make it work. So I had ordered one already when I broke it, but I might have to bypass that switch to show you guys how the jakes work. You'll see it on the first video. This should be the second one. So just plugging right away on the old cab over. Like you said, we're gonna get some new drive tires. I would like to be getting those ordered probably this week. So hopefully I don't need to put these wheels back on without putting new tires on and then do the other ones maybe this weekend. So I probably need to get after ordering them things. In the meantime, I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. Back from the parts store, different day. Got a new line go between the filter and the heater. It installed good. I've got another new one here and 2 boxes of brakes. The other one's on the other side. Another one will go from heater all the way down to the tank below. I'm still trying to figure out. I think I'm gonna have to do the old switcheroo down below because there's no valve to shut it off that I know of. So I'll look before I get too carried away, but probably gonna have to have one hose ready to go on and other one coming off. So there it is, hooked up down below on the driver's side tank. There's another hose, crosses over and hooks to the passenger side, but I don't think that's my problem. It could be, but I don't think so. I need to do something with this crossover bar someday. It's been broke off, but it's doing what it needs to right now, so I'll leave it alone. Maybe when we do the transmission, putting that 13 speed in, man, this thing's juicy under here. Maybe when we do that, we will worry about that other hose. Got a little bit of diesel on the floor, doing the old switcheroo, but that's all right. You can see the rear main's been leaking, front main's leaking. Oh, I got a hose leaking right there where the oil fills. You know, just get what we can. She runs good though. There it is, all routed back around there. Looking good. Hopefully that solves my leak down every time this thing sits for a couple weeks. Update on the back end. Went in and greased the bearings before I put them back in, and then drove the new seals in. I got one set of brakes hung on the passenger side. I still need to do the driver's side. Nothing hard about this stuff, just some springs and some rollers and stuff. Guy probably should clean up them S-cams right there. I'm not too worried about it. It'll break those pieces off as soon as I start actuating the brakes. So move over to the other side, and then it'll be time to hang some drums. There's the other side done. I am gonna worry about this hub a little bit. I need to clean more of this oil out of here because it's not gonna go anywhere except down and right on the drum surface where the shoes are. That's not gonna help anything. So I'm gonna get some gasoline and try to get that cleaned out of there. It's all wiped out with gasoline, so hopefully it won't mess the brakes up. You guys can see them cracks in these drums. I was really worried about that when I did this front axle right after I got the truck, because the drums had them in it, and I thought I was going to need to replace them. I asked 2 other guys about that, and they both told me that every set of drums they've ever taken off had cracks in them, and the only time they replaced them is if they had pieces missing out of them. So that's what I'm doing. I don't know if that's right or wrong. There's probably somebody watching this that knows a hell of a lot more about it than me, but looks like I got some grease I better clean out of this one. Take my gloves out of there. Be ready to hang these back on the truck. Back on, no problems there. One more left to do, but I gotta leave and go pick Jessie up, or she's gotta go pick me up, I guess, so probably won't do this one till tomorrow night. Just got the tires unloaded, trucker's leaving. he called me freaking out because he thought there was only 7, but one of them was on the back of the rack. So these are all for the cab over. This is another exciting one I've been waiting on. It's a dual fuel line kit for the engine from Pittsburgh Power. Let's open it up. All right, there it is. Seems all fairly simple, but some of this stuff would have been hard to track down, hard to bend, but it comes with a nice set of instructions. So I can put that in. It's supposed to increase about 25 horse without turning the pump up, and it's supposed to make it idle and run just a whole hell of a lot nicer, because all it fuels from is the back of the head right now. So we'll be fueling it from both sides, keeping the pressure way steadier. Thought you guys might like to see a side-by-side. The old tires mismatched. This is gonna be the new ones. This sticker's pretty hard to read, but that'll look good on there. My father-in-law and I think we'll try to get them put on this weekend. He said he'd help me. He's a old truck driver from way back. But there's what size they are. 285, 75, 24.5, 14 ply saloons. I got them on eBay. $2,950 delivered. So I got 8 brand new valve stems coming. Some of them are here. Oh, and who knows where I put them. Got a mess going on in here. I got 2 of them here. Napa's gonna get the rest in tomorrow. Here they are right here. They're just a steel wheel straight valve stem. Have brand new valve stems, brand new tires all the way around. So we are gonna be rigged up. Still need to put that hub back on, but all I can do here lately is drive around and try to put out fires, but we'll get back on it here in a day or so. There we go, other side done. No problems there. I'm gonna wait on the new drive tires till tomorrow. When Scott gets here, I might let the air out of this one. I kind of got stuff laid out here so we can break them down here in front and then roll them to the back, put them on the truck. Looky here. My father-in-law and brother-in-law were here while I was gone. They got 2 of them, 3 of them I think mounted up. Yeah, there's another one over there. But what they didn't do, put the brand new valve stems in there. So we're gonna have to bust these 3 down to get them in there. That sucks, but that's the way it is. They look good though. They're gonna look really good on this truck. Last tire. Well, just got home from work, but it's time to get ready to go on an adventure tomorrow. I got a lot going on around here, but why not go get some more stuff going right in the middle of it. I need to load that onto that step deck, and that step deck onto the back of Tropic Thunder. Lights hooked up, now just jack it up. Jacked up, jack's put away. Man, she looks mean with those old shit diggers on there, doesn't she? Oh, I got the step deck pulled over here kind of on the flat. Need to drop the ramps, but in the meantime, package showed up. This is a wheel, spare wheel for this trailer. I've never had one since I owned it, but it has a spot underneath to store one right there. So I figured I'd put one in. There she is. It looks to be the right wheel, but damn sure white. All mine are silver. So I don't know if I'll paint it or not even worry about it. Hell, it might live under the tongue and just get beat to crap under there anyways. We'll see if I got any silver paint in the shop. Maybe I'll squirt some on it. But anyways, let's get that skid steer loaded up. All right, Tropic Thunder's put away till tomorrow. Got the JCB loaded up on there. Everything's ready to go. Get a load of pipe. See you guys tomorrow. Well, we got a jump pack, envelope full of cash, and an address. Jump pack's for the skid steer. Battery's getting a little weak on it, so just in case. But let's get this thing fired up, get ready to head just a few towns over here. Ready to rip. Well, we're trucking right along. It's kind of raining on us, but I think we're going to drive out of it before we get there. Getting everything washed off. There it is, guys. All loaded up. Skid steer on the back. I have no idea how many joints of pipe or pieces of sucker rod I got on this deal. Gonna have to get home and sort it and count it, but it's heavy. Let's get the hell out of here. Made it out to the highway. Check my straps. Everything's tight. Let's kick for the river. So I bought all that pipe and sucker rod from, I guess you'd almost say kind of like an estate sale or something. The guy passed away and his daughter inherited the property and they were up here cleaning everything out. I was able to pick all that up fairly cheap because I had the truck and I had the skid steer on the back of the truck that I could come get the pipe and load it all myself, one shot, one kill, and go home. So I have no idea how much I ended up with. It was kind of a loose guess on his end. A lot more sucker rod than I thought, but I have to count it all up to see